remains optimistic given the current statistics.
In the early 1990s, soon after we came to power, NRM treated HIV/AIDS as a national emergency. We embarked on mass sensitization campaigns to promote openness, testing, and compassion, because silence would mean death.
This year's theme is Overcoming Disruptions, Transforming the AIDS Response. Development partners involved in the HIV response commended the government of Uganda for its strong strategies, which have resulted in less new infections.
Your efforts in mobilizing domestic resources and integrating HIV services into public health facilities are commendable. The AIDS development partners, we applaud the remarkable progress. As we have heard from the Director General of Uganda AIDS Commission, adult HIV prevalence has fallen to 5.1%. This is down from 18% in the 1990s.
The Uganda AIDS Commission presented its annual progress report on the implementation of the Presidential Fast-Tracking Initiative to end HIV/AIDS.
About the cure, but while we wait for the cure, recently we've had the long-acting injectable pre-exposure prophylaxis being introduced and approved globally. Fortunately for us as a country, Uganda participated in this study, and it shows that somebody can get an injection twice a year. It means it protects you over a period of 6 months, and it offers up to 100% protection.
However, significant cuts in donor funding are a setback to community-led interventions, leaving people living with HIV more vulnerable.
We mainly come before you to seek your support for 10 billion Ugandan shillings to secure land to build a home of champions living with HIV, to host the NAFOPANO Secretariat, which will contain a training auditorium, the PLHIV circle, and a wellness center.
Local governments have pledged renewed support in the fight against HIV by revitalizing HIV/AIDS committees across all districts.
We are going to support His Excellency the President's fast-track initiative together with the Office of the President. Number two, as local governments, we are going to revitalize the district HIV/AIDS committees.
Bushenyi was selected to host this year's commemoration after the district registered an increasing trend of new infections at 8%, according to the 2024 Uganda AIDS Commission survey.
Initiated service delivery models froze.
Residents of Rwampara have commended President Yoweri Museveni, the NRM presidential candidate, for transformation of their district through road network, health facilities, plus peace and stability. The residents made the remarks as candidate Museveni presented his manifesto to them.
The NRM presidential candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and the First Lady Janet Kataha Museveni has delivered his manifesto to the people of Rwampara. Museveni addressed a rally at Bujaga Playground. Museveni, in his campaign address, told the Rwampara residents to protect swamps so as to use it for irrigation.
Now we hati ntusera enshozi okuzurukweza nzeza kake ukukira kuzakwerize nabo cyane mashabo mureke kushisha imfunjo muzerekeze gumeze shuga zinamaizi rero tukore entekateka yo kutungika amaizi bakazarushozi rero tukashikera rero mukeza munongo ukukiraho.
The road network in Rwampara, electricity connection at all sub-county headquarters are some of the gains Museveni boasted of. He, however, said the remaining roads will soon be tarmacked.
Ate ngo uteze mukugamba ninzimanya ezo kongeraho kutera chorus. Ari ngo utere kuruga buteraniro njyo bugamba Ruho Rukoni Kitwe ngo utege ninzimanya.
The president advised the independent candidate Molly Asimwe, the incumbent woman MP, to stand down in favor of the party flag bearer, Anna Kansini.
So nkuna gambira beta ba independent kabaje tumwana hati tribunal kwera be eta kirebire aho nawe bakamwihama. Iwe tungo bujuruzi obundetere nyowe nkoragana na polisi turebe ugumu umushuma kandi umuntu wahindura results tumushuma ugu. So mwene cyakitabere kityo tubajya mwene umwanya gukuza kutagura NRM nubasa kuba oyegami rero ko abuka umushuwe tunanga more no murokore konga kandi ko uri murokore to yesigara hanga.
He highlighted job creation from factories and entrepreneurship as sources of employment. Janet Kataha Museveni thanked the residents for turning up to welcome the president.
Mwebale kuija enamba mpango kubugana president. Mwenyoni yenda kubejise bintu bibiri byonga.
She noted that Uganda's stability has drawn refugees from turbulent parts of the region because Uganda is known for being peaceful. She urged the residents to vote for the president for peace and stability.
Ekyokubanza hanga tugirire mbabazi yakozesa president ogu na NRM pate okwemerera obusinge bw'ihangeri emyaka egiyona Uganda nemanywa nk'ihangeri n'obusinge omu kitweka omu amahanga gataine businge gaine ba refugees babo bejwire omu Uganda.
Rwampara residents commended NRM presidential candidate for transforming the district through wealth creation programs like the PDM, Imyoga and Joakali programs that have benefited many residents.
The health sector has been effectively covered. You know that 70% of the youth in Rwampara have survived because of the immunization and safety that the president and the government has caused. So I want to thank him for making sure that the 70% has been saved from dying out of immunizable diseases.
We committed ourselves that we are going to work to ensure that His Excellency gets 100% for NRM. Why do we say so? It is because we have had fundamental milestones. We reached out to him. We wanted water to money to ensure that we put up our district headquarters. He gave us that money. We reached out to him. We wanted funds to ensure that we get road equipment for Rwampara district. We have had the road equipment.
We are no longer having rebels. We are no longer having any insecurity form. And that one should be a credit to him because by the time he came into power, you know what was in Uganda.
Government net supporting and netwa machines ezo. Zituyambye nnyo ku household income, zituyambye mu training abana baffe, okusinga abawala, kituyambye kubanga machines ebatuwa zari machines za industrial zikosa amasanyalazi. That means it eases the work. Nze mva mu Rwampara ate group yange ebera nyihanga bakyala twatanuse. We do tailoring. Tuishaha kusima muzeyi no kumwebaza abokutuha no kutusupportinga.
December 2nd, the NRM presidential candidate Museveni will present his manifesto to the people of Shema and Bushenyi. Philip Aguta for UBC News in Rwampara.
The NRM presidential candidate, Yoweri Museveni, has pulled huge crowds in Mbarara city as he campaigned there. In the city, Mbarara, Museveni, accompanied by First Lady Janet Museveni, canvassed for support from the voters, pledging development and service delivery in the coming term of office.
Mbarara City was in a celebration mode on Monday, 1st December 2025 as hundreds marched in the capital city popularizing the NRM presidential candidate Yoweri Museveni's campaign trail. The city ambience was led by members of the Patriotic League of Uganda and unstoppable Gen Zs.
I want to thank Mr. Cheweta for the work he has done for us today in order to, because we have succeeded. The procession was very good. And every person in Mbarara City, at least he has known that NRM in Mbarara City is there, and people in Mbarara City love the president and love the MK. And I want to thank him because he gave us both t-shirts for the PRU and for the NRM.
From the city center, thousands of NRM supporters from Mbarara district and city gathered at Boma grounds for the day's campaign rally. In the company of First Lady Janet Museveni, President Museveni entered Boma grounds in a thunderous style. The fully packed grounds received dignitaries led by the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayebwa, and NRM Secretary General Richard Odwong, who came alongside Ministers General David Muhoozi and Balamba Lukahara.
The majority of this crowd, you are the gains we are protecting.
And all the youth leaders, thank you so much for making this historical mobilization.
In an attendance estimated to close to 30,000 supporters, present were also senior party leaders Calvin Echodu, Jonad Asimwe, Anaito Rakajara, Michael Mwagira alias Toyota, among others. The president campaigned alongside First Lady Janet Museveni.
It is over. Mbarara mwakora statement that speaks for itself. You have spoken to the whole of Uganda without saying anything. Thank you so much. So today I just wanted to remind you aboko abantu beitu kubarebe nambe kwinganeti bajya ngwito twasingire ngucyahweire konka niyenda kubashaba ngweki mukikurate mukirondere namba house to house so that we aim at 99% Mbarara.
The homeboy preached to the Boma crowds, among others, what the NRM government has achieved in the last 40 years of his leadership.
Ati ekiretere NRM kuleeta obusinge n'aba politics z'obuyonjo.
This, according to the president, stretches beyond peace and stability, but also highlights the good work done in the fields of infrastructure, water, health and education.
Ate nguteze mwana mugamba enesukuza kwongeramu nk'enguuto erikuruga omuruti kuzamwizi.
While campaigning in Mbarara, President Museveni updated the rally about the construction of an international airport, second to Entebbe International Airport in the area.
Rwampara mukahirwa abachina kubagagahaire nibakora business na South America, Brazil. Mbwenu nkubakora bakuriya Buraya ngunahare rushuzo barenze mushanka 15 aho barabakuriya Buraya. Mbwenu abachina bagize ngo hagufu ukuzo wabo naha nyakishara baza kwamba kwishayi cyamani kirukwingana n'icya Entebbe cyombekaho.
regarding wave creation, candidate Museveni has appealed to voters within Ankole sub-region to step forward and take up his long-time dream of wave creation.
Buri muntu wena umukaye kukozesa ubuyambe butukubohereza kubingo boro makagayi.
The Fountain of Honor further reiterated that in the coming term of government, NRM will establish an industrial park in Ankole sub-region. With the above, President Museveni has presented himself to Mbarara residents as the best choice for the Uganda's top #1 job.
NRM oye!
Located in southwestern Uganda, about 270 kilometers from Kampala, Mbarara district and Mbarara city form the economic heartbeat of the Ankole sub-region. This fast-growing regional center blends rural productivity with expanding urban development. The region is predominantly agro-based, driven by dairy farming, crop production, and livestock rearing, complemented by vibrant trade, education services, and a steadily growing urban economy. Let's take a look at the government scorecard in that particular area.
And Mbarara City jointly comprise 13 sub-counties and town councils, 69 parishes, and 545 villages. As of May 2024, the population stands at 438,464, with a density of 278 persons per square kilometer. In regards to the parish development model, the district has cumulatively received shillings 16.4 billion. Out of these, shillings 14.5 billion, representing 85.6%, has been disbursed to 14,278 beneficiary households. With a total of 40,747 households, this means that 5% have so far benefited from PDM funding. Mbarara City has cumulatively received shillings 8.2 billion, out of which shillings 7.4 billion, representing 85.8%, has been disbursed to 7,104 households. Out of 83,862 households, only 8.47% have accessed PDM funds so far. For the Emyoga program, Mbarara District hosts 36 Emyoga circles with 10,369 members, supported with shillings 1.76 billion. Mbarara City also has 36 Emyoga circles, comprising 18,788 members, supported with shillings 1.6 billion. As regards the education sector, Mbarara District has 85 government primary schools, 135 private primary schools, 8 government secondary schools, 33 private secondary schools. Mbarara City has 62 government primary schools, 169 private primary schools, 9 government secondary schools, and 51 private secondary schools. In the health sector, Mbarara District, out of 11 sub-counties, 1 has a health center 4 and 6 have health center 3s. Mbarara City, across its 2 divisions, the city hosts 1 regional referral hospital, 1 health center 4 and 5 health center 3s. Regarding the water sector, out of 359 rural villages in Mbarara District, 288 villages have access to safe water, representing 80% coverage. As for the energy sector, Mbarara District and Mbarara City are now fully connected to the national electricity grid. Out of 13 sub-counties, 11 are already powered.
Thank you so much for watching. Let's take a short break. Keep it with us.
With Momo, you have the power to pay your bills fast and conveniently using your phone. Dial *165*4# or scan to download Momo app and pay for water, electricity, TV, school fees, and much more. It's simple and saves you a lot of time. Just pull out your phone and pay. That's Momo. That's the power to be more.
You see, I've been a painter for almost 4 decades, and I have found Global Paints to be very reliable. First, everyone knows we use Global Paint Undercoat. Now, for the best results, I continue with Global Paints products. I go for Silk Vinyl when it comes to the interior. Then Global Matte for the ceiling, and when it comes to weatherproof, I go for Global Weather Coat Emulsion. With that one, the house will never peel. Now, there you have a sparkling, magical-looking house. And then the client is very happy. He recommends me to another person, who recommends me to another person, who recommended me to come and do the advert.
Global Paint, a reliable product.
Kabogozi, where are you coming from?
From NSSF.
NSSF? You traveled all the way from Namaguni to get NSSF services. Lekanawe. You walk on the air. NSSF is now everywhere. Come on, I show you.
Down in Mbarara, making NSSF payments. NSSF sure is not far. But tomorrow kuhika gochido. Enjoy NSSF from where you are.
Access NSSF services right where you live. With over 20,000 quick teller agents across Uganda, now you can conveniently register yourself, make NSSF payments, and contributions to your Smart Life account to Uvira. NSSF, a better life.
This is our home, our land, our Uganda. From the rolling hills to the busy streets, from the farmers in the fields to the students in classrooms, we are one people. Elections are a time to choose our leaders, not to fight our brothers and sisters. When violence enters the ballot box, the future of our country is wounded. But when peace leads the way, our nation grows stronger. On election day, choose unity over diversion, respect over hatred, and dialogue over distraction. Love your country, protect your fellow citizens, stand for peace, and say no to electoral violence. This message is brought to you by the Global Election Observation Mission, GEOM, in partnership with the Uganda Electoral Commission. Informed citizens, strong nation.
Nateranga nyingiro na fama MTN wanje MTN walalo MTN gambachi to get the power to win njagalo funeli yanyi okuwangula ogenda kuwangulota ngenda kubanga bukade 10 buli wiki wanje ngenda kubangu kwasa bukade 10 buli wiki kusimu ye nyinyi chabonka chimuchoka line ya MTN banabeka buli ogenda okusasula ekintu kyonna ogenda okusasula ndakwese momo mubulira buli ogenda okusasula ngwena kyosasula kyonna kozesa momo uzo kwanga ngenda kwewola kasente kozesa momo wanje ogenda kuinvestinga kozesa momo abwa MTN we jamani mekwa bukade 10 buli wiki wala kastenyo bimala bwe baba wentandika ngamba chechi wanje nenkwata ku masimu ngamba halo walirudawa chenze tirinyi halo walirudawa zende guru halo walirudawa ndi mutukula halo oliwa ndi mwanange ndi wano mu office ntudde nyiga ma computer nenkuta awa namwe kasana benesi okuberanga mwana wote koze bitu no manga epeyinze ebolowinze investinze ngekozesa momo. Remember to dial *165# or use the Momo app to borrow, to pay, to invest, and you could stand a chance to win 10 million weekly.
Life Prayer Center and Church in Mombasa, Kenya welcomes you to the end of the year conference by seeking the face of God for 12 days. Come and receive your miracles, healings, and signs. You will meet the servant of God, Pastor Ezekiel, face to face to give you the word of prophecy for your life towards 2026. How have you prepared yourself spiritually for the year 2026? Then come and meet the great grace of God that will give you new steps and hopes. Are you tortured by witchcraft, spirits, dark altars? Come and Jesus will set you free. From the 3rd to the 14th of December, time is from 8 a.m. in the morning. Come travel with us to Mombasa at affordable rates from Uganda. Call +256 701 277 547 or +256 776 270010. You are all welcome. Keep watching World Evangelism TV.
In the heart of East Africa, Uganda is on a transformative journey to develop its oil and gas resources responsibly and sustainably. Uganda's bustling oil and gas frontier comprises 4 major projects. The Tilenga project will produce up to 190,000 barrels of oil per day. The Kingfisher project will produce up to 40,000 barrels of oil per day. The East African Crude Oil Pipeline, which is the world's most technologically smart oil pipeline that will transport Uganda's crude oil from Uganda to the East African coast. At Kabalega Industrial Park, the Uganda Refinery project will transform crude oil into fuel for homes, industries, and progress. It is not only about oil and gas revenues, it is also about opportunities for jobs, training and acquiring skills, enterprise development, and technology transfer, with Ugandans at the heart of this development. Uganda is protecting its natural heritage and rich biodiversity while advancing its bright energy future. With investment of close to $20 billion, Uganda's oil and gas projects will provide energy to power Uganda's development and boost growth in agriculture, transport, tourism, manufacturing, infrastructure, and beyond. This is Uganda's journey toward energy security, economic growth, and a brighter future. At the heart of regulating these developments for the last 10 years stands the Petroleum Authority of Uganda, with a mission of creating lasting value in Uganda's oil journey.
Much for watching and welcome back from the break. Now we go to that point where we get the Commissioner General of the Uganda Revenue Authority as he answers questions from different taxpayers in a segment we call Buuza Commissioner.
Now, the next question today is from Mr. Twahirwa David from Chisoro, and this is his question. He says, "Good evening, Commissioner. Which taxes does a school pay apart from pay as you earn?" Mr. Tukahirwa, thank you for this good question. Now, schools pay income tax from the profit and from the profit they earn from their business. If these schools are private schools owned by a company or an individual, you'll pay income tax as the other tax head. And you know the calculation of income tax, we already discussed that. It will be 30% of your profit after all expenses. Now, the other tax that you may pay, and this is depending on whether you are actually registered as a withholding tax agent, because URA designates and appoints a number of withholding tax agents. And most of the agents we appoint are institutions like schools and ministries and others who deal with a number of suppliers. So we ask you to withhold 6% from the supplies that you purchase from different suppliers. Now, if you're registered for withholding tax agency, then you're most likely also collecting and remitting withholding tax every month based on the supplies you've had. This is remitted before the 15th of the following month. So it is paid in the same way you pay as you earn. The other possible tax that you may be paying, depending on the nature of business in your school, is if you have a business that runs in many schools like a school canteen. Now, a school canteen will be like a shop, and if it has the threshold that is registered is above 150 million, that may be registered for VAT, and in that case, you'll be paying VAT now as a business. That's the school canteen, not the school. And then I think those are the main taxes. Of course, you already know that pay as you earn will apply for all your staff. However, you may be having directors of that school. If they are paid a salary, they will pay as you earn. But if they do not take a salary, but they have this as an investment and they are directors, where they take dividends or earn some income, they will be required also to file their own individual tax as directors and pay directors' income. So those are the possible income tax, sorry. Those are the possible other taxes that you may be paying as a school. They are all not mandatory. If you have no canteen, VAT will not apply. If you or your directors earn an income, they will be paying pay as you earn, which you have already mentioned, and nothing more. And of course, income tax is the one that applies across board. And if you are VAT, if you are withholding tax agent, then you'll be withholding tax from your suppliers. I hope, David Twahirwa, this answers your question, and I thank you all, our dear listeners. I thank all those who have asked these questions, and I look forward to our next session of Buza Commissioner. May God bless you all. Thank you for paying your taxes. Thank you for joining hands with all of us to build our great nation, Uganda. I thank you very much.
Buza Commissioner, now.
Uganda has emerged champions of the Netball Celtic Cup in Scotland after edging Wales in its final round robin game that ensured it remained unbeaten on 15 points.
As national netball team, the She Cranes has beaten Wales 70-48 to win the Netball Celtic Cup in Scotland. The She Cranes entered this final round robin game on the cusp of victory, following an unbeaten 4-game streak that got results of Namibia, Northern Ireland, Zimbabwe and Scotland. In the fifth and final game of this tournament, Uganda shone brightly through an entire team performance, but Mary Nuba stood out and won the Lady of the Match accolade.
Thank you for tuning in on telly, and for those Ugandan fans out there, keep tuned for all the games coming up next year.
But the shine of the day was reserved for Shadia Nasanga, who played all but about 4 minutes of the tournament to win the Player of the Tournament gong. This victory also means that Uganda will get back to world rank number 6, which guarantees automatic qualification to the 2027 Netball World Cup in Sydney, Australia.
Say I'm away, we'll be back for many a days. My heart is down, my head is turning around.
The team was later treated to a grand farewell dinner by the Ugandans in Scotland community in collaboration with the Uganda High Commission UK.
What can I say? I'm overwhelmed. Other than delivering the message of the High Commissioner, Her Excellency Nimishan Madvani, who was supposed to be here in person. But because of other assignments, she wasn't able to be with us. She asked us to deliver her hearty appreciation to the Ugascot for holding the fort, for taking care of these great champions. Thank you, Ugascot. What do we say? And to the girls, Thank you for flying the flag so high.
Netball Uganda President Jocelyn Uchanda lauded the community for exceptional care that made the team feel at home all through the tournament.
I appreciate the Princess of Uganda, Katrina Sangaliambogo, who is also our ambassador of the Friends. But having said that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to appreciate the community, the Ugandan community in Scotland. The children, please stand up and give them a standing ovation. Yeah. The community has been supporting us from the day we arrived for the dinner.
Focus for the team in the interim now turns to the African Netball Cup in Malawi that starts on 8th to 14th December.
Cranes, and that way we come to the end of news tonight, this first arrangement. Let's catch you at 10 p.m. with another arrangement. My name is Micheal Jordan Lukomwa with Elizabeth Nakakuni and the whole team.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Well, welcome to the front bench, ladies and gentlemen. Every 1st December since 1988 is a day that was dedicated to celebrate the International World AIDS Day. It is very important. And of course, this year, the theme is overcoming disruptions, transforming the AIDS response. It is very important. And now today, Uganda joins the rest of the world to commemorate this day. It is very important. The government of Uganda, through the Ministry of Health, has put up a number of policies, a number of interventions, a number of innovations to see how best AIDS can be fought so that by 2030, no more AIDS. It is very important. What has been achieved so far? Now, that is what we are going to be understanding from the senior officials from the